What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Chopping It Up with P. I know y'all miss me. It's cool. We're back today with another episode. Um, I got an interesting guest today for you guys. Someone I like to see as a big bro, and we talk. We get into it. We pause. We talk about a lot of different things, and I know he has a lot of different perspectives for today. First of all, how you doing? What's your name? Who are you? Speak a little
It's
bit.
bi- it's Big Vin, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, I'm doing great, I'm doing good.
What's your
Another
real
day,
name,
another
bro?
dollar.
What's your
Javier, bro.
Javier?
Javier,
There
bro.
you go. Javier. How you been, gang?
I've been chilling, man, staying out the way, getting to the money. Feel me? Another day,
Hey,
another dollar.
hey. So we're talking about. So we're gonna talk about a couple different things today, right? First, red flag. But let's be honest. Most of us see the red flag and we choose to stay anyway, right? So today we got a real episode because everybody's been in a situation where they ignored signs and they definitely shouldn't have ignored. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, trust me, some of these stories are bad. That at least I got. I don't know about him, but you know what I'm saying. So first, I gotta ask, what's a red flag people ignore too often? You think?
A red flag people ignore too often.
Hmm.
You talking about like relationship wise, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah, or just maybe in general.
I guess like not necessarily showing not being on the same level emotion wise, you feel me? Like if the person you're with isn't showing or putting in that much effort, if you feel like it's one sided, that's a red
Right.
flag. You feel me?
Okay.
Or poor communication. That's another red flag.
Okay.
Or another one could be if they going out all the time, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying, going out. They could be going out with their friends or not, or like but it also ties into that communication thing I was mentioning. Like if they're going out all the time is like leaving you in the dark type shit, red flag. Feel
Right.
me? There's a bunch of red flags, honestly.
Okay. Well, what do you think is like the first red flag you look at? Like if you were to go on like a first date or something.
Oh, on the first date?
Yeah, job.
Okay.
Straight up the rip. I think if you're late,
If you're
because
late,
like I feel like obviously shit happens, but I think like if we're saying okay, we gotta meet at this time, right? And then we're gonna enjoy each other's company and get to know each other. I want you to respect my time as much as I respect yours. You know what I'm saying? So you showing up being early is a good sign. You know what I'm saying? I think even when you're like on a date or chilling and everything, y'all talking, y'all conversating, and the flowiness of the conversation might be great. But there's some things in there as you go along that you might see are red flags. You know, maybe tend to, like you said, like the communication may not be the best, tend to look at their phone a lot, is not necessarily interested in the conversation. Now, if we're moving past the first day, let's say y'all been fucking with each other for a minute. What are some other things? Are we talking like guy best friends here? What exactly are we talking about when it comes to like those big red flags? You feel
well,
me?
that's a that's an obvious red flag. If they got a
Okay.
guy best friend and y'all been together for a minute now, like going on, it's past the first date, past the fifth date. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Y'all
a
not
guy.
dating though. I mean, we didn't say that, but I get what you're saying though. Keep going.
Okay, so this isn't necessarily a people in a relationship just getting there type shit.
Right.
Just getting there. Okay, yeah. Guy best friend is definitely a red flag for
Hmm.
sure. Cause like at the end of the day, she'll put him over you type shit. And
You
you
think
like,
so?
y'all try you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's her guy best friend, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna come to him for all the advice talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
But like, okay, yeah. Wait, I'm gonna get to that. Uh-huh.
No, go ahead.
But my thing was this is like, even with that, right? There's certain things. Well, I mean, first of all, if y'all got problems, why are you going to the guy best friend? I don't, if you got problems, come to me, right? Or I'd rather you go to your homegirls than you go to another man.
Oh God.
No other man should know about like,
Cause you
oh,
know why? Cause the guy best friends.
okay. See, I see that point of view. I get it. It's not like that for me. I just think that like if we are dating or like we're in a relationship or whatever, I would like you not to talk about our business period. I guess with your homegirls, okay, cool. Just be mindful of what you say because obviously there's things you don't want to, obviously get out there. But even with that, with another man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. Like I wouldn't go tell my homegirl or my girl best friend that I did this, and that. I think I would say like for guys and girls, right? I say you said boy best friend, girl best friend. I think is one. Um, would you constant communication to a certain extent? Or do we need to be texting each other every single fucking day? Well,
You think
yeah,
that's a
but
red
like
flag?
yeah, like do we need to be texting each other every single second? We are different people. We have our own lives, right? So
I think that's more of a green flag than a red flag.
why?
Because if you think about it, somebody who's texting you every single day is obviously interested in you,
Hmm.
rather than somebody who's just texting you whenever they feel like it, going
Right.
ghost, leaving you in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That's a red flag in my eyes, because it's like you're only here for either for like when it benefits you, as far
Hmm.
as like financially or emotionally, or you
Right.
know what I mean? But
Hmm.
like if they taking the time to text you every day, good morning or good night.
Hmm.
I'm not saying be up your alley every 2 seconds. What are you doing? Where you at? I'm saying, just showing
Right.
genuine interest, and it's like not forcing it. Once it enters a flow state, and it's just, what I'm saying, that's a green flag in my eyes.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I guess another red flag. I get you wouldn't be able to see it until like maybe a little bit down the road. Manipulation. OC. Gaslighting. OC. Toxic. Anything just straight up toxic, dude. Like you know what I'm saying. The gaslighting is a big one. I think that all ties into toxic, right? So so yeah. Okay. What are some red flags you've ignored?
Some red flags I've ignored.
Yes.
Hold on, my camera's tweaking. Wait so the focus again, bruh. I feel like
No, keep going.
moved.
It's cool.
Some red flags I ignored. Um, I guess when it's like, as far as like, they hit you up when it only benefits them,
Right.
or like they don't they don't hit you up first. They don't check in on you type shit. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? It's always you
That's
hitting
doing
them
the
up.
yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's never reciprocated on uh the communication status. It's never reciprocated. That's a red flag. Like, but I've ignored it plenty of times because, sometimes you just get tunnel vision and you
Okay.
ignore that.
Right. Okay. I think
Also, like, no, go
no,
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I think I don't know about for me, I can't necessarily think of anything crazy right now. But if I were to say something that was red flag to me, probably straight up how you like talk to your talk talk to your parents and address your parents. Cause again, these are the people that raised you, right? These are the people that made you who you are today. You know what I'm saying? So and there's times where like it's not even like on some like dating shit. Like we just be vibing and chilling. And I'd see a couple times how you addressed the people that raised you. Again, it's fries. It's fry. You know what I'm saying? The person that raised me, I can't even begin to think of speaking like that to them. You know what I'm saying?
That also ties into like their friends, also their friend group. If you see that their friend group is only about going outside, only about throwing ass and going to the club every Friday, Saturday, you know what I'm saying? That's a red flag. Huge red flag.
And going on with that, right? Because I like to say you are who you hang around with, right? And in a sense, if that friend group is toxic and controlling, that could turn into you as a person as well. It could turn into how you treat the person who you're messing with. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Uh, I think that all ties in again into like you as a person and like what you see fits for you, right? So okay, what's something people think is attractive at first but toxic later?
Wait, say that one more time?
What's something people think is attractive at first and then toxic later? I'd say, okay, I mean if I'm wrong though, right? Like you know how like they say people like to like love bomb you? It's like the fast paced affection. You know what I'm saying? Like even like there's been times where like you take it to like a little affectionate too fast. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all did go all the way, maybe y'all did fuck, maybe y'all didn't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it just got a little handsy very fast and stuff like that. It is okay. It is a green flag at the time because okay, like you fuck with this person, you vibe with this person, which is why you did that in the first place.
Yeah.
But maybe it is a little bit of a red flag because you didn't take time to get to know them like that. Especially if you fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because you went all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I think that's a, you know, unless I'm wrong, but it could be a red flag later. Now, is it to both of y'all? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's all the person was looking for, then to switch up how they treat you, then yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe it is a red flag. Also, and tell me if I'm wrong, also the other one could be like replying dry on purpose.
Wait, can you say that's something that you liked at first and then it turned into a red flag?
No. No, but I'm just saying, just in general, like some red flags would be like, okay, would you say always needing attention is a red flag?
I feel like there should be a balance. OC wanting attention 24/7 is a red flag for sure.
But you just said this is going back. You want that person to text you every day, though.
Yeah, but like that's texting, communicating, you know what I'm saying? Not
Mhm.
wanting attention. That because it can turn into like a toxic obsession. Where you at? What are you doing? Who you with? That's crossing boundaries a little bit, you know what I mean?
Right.
There has to be a genuine kindness and not it shouldn't feel like an obsession. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're addicted to some drug, you know what I mean? But once it should be very tranquil, very
Yeah.
tranquil and receptive on each side. But like once it turns into it can turn real crazy real fast with the who you with, who you doing, and then it starts in an argument, you know what I'm saying? Cause like you're that piggy banks that's relating to also what you said with the at first it was cool or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
but now it's yeah.
you know what I'm saying? At first it was cool in the beginning, but then it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Especially after you fucked.
Yeah,
Before you fucked, butterflies still in the air, you know what I mean? But after, you know what I'm saying, then it's like, whoa,
because
okay.
it turns into that attachment. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, what about too friendly with everybody? But what do we characterize as too friendly nowadays?
Okay.
Because
You
fool,
could
I,
go ahead.
I'm a cool person. I'm a social person. For me,
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
we all have homegirls, right? I don't be hugging all of them. Like this side, I be giving side hugs. That's cool. That homegirls, homeboy. Why you do that, nigga? The fuck? That
I'm
shit.
just saying because like, no, because if
No,
you
but like, no, no. Like when you see a homegirl or your homeboy, you either dap her up or give her a side hug. That's normal.
yeah, if
But
when
at
I'm
what point
single,
do we see that as being too friendly with everybody? And are you doing that in a relationship though?
Nah. And when I'm in a relationship, even if I have, my homegirls or whatever, first of all, they'll know I'm in a relationship, so they would even try that with me.
Yeah.
Second of all, smooth that. That's the most touching I'm gonna get with a homegirl. If I'm in a relationship, you feel me? Cause
Yeah.
me personally, I wouldn't want my girl to give no type of side hug, no type of touching besides a dab, a high five.
Fist bumping those.
I'm
I
just being
doing to
honest.
that.
Good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Smooth like that.
Nah, okay. I see where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into why do we stay? You know what I'm saying? Why do we stay even though we know it's bad?
It's honestly just like the human chemistry, bro.
Your human chemistry, so y'all are birds, right? Like y'all are birds,
It's just
right?
like,
Cause okay, and this is what gets me. This is what pisses me off every single time. And I see this more with girls I do with guys, but it happens to guys as well. The motherfucker will sit here, cheat on you.
oh, I already know what you're about to say.
Let me get to it. Let me get to it. The motherfucker will sit here, cheat on you. Blah 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 blah. Do all this crazy shit. You'll come back, and not once, maybe twice, maybe three times, right? Why? Because I love him. Shut up. He clearly doesn't love you. He clearly doesn't love you if he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? So at what point is it cause for you to be like, I'm done with that nigga. I'm done with that motherfucker. When he gets someone pregnant, or like, when he has a family on the other side. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why do we stay when we know it's bad? I get it. There's the history, there's the comfortability, there's
The
the
chemistry.
chemistry, the attention. I understand that. But at what point does your self values become like, this is it for me? Get what
I
I'm
mean, yeah, yeah. Everybody got their different levels to what they can withstand. Me personally, if I can ignore the first one, the second one, you get two chances with me. You feel me? but it's
So
different for
if she cheated, you're
everybody.
going back the first time?
No, I'm not talking about cheating. I'm talking about like something less severe, something less severe. Like if we
Like what?
argue and like we call each other out our names, or if she flakes on a date, or like you know what I'm saying, or like
Yeah, but
even
like
though
if you're cheating, what calling your significant other out of their name, that's plain no disrespect.
okay, like that's teeter totter because I've been in a longer relationship. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a
Yeah,
long relationship, so shit get crunchy after a while.
for sure.
But what makes me like what I would ignore, like shit like that? I don't know. I guess I could just say we just dumb, bruh. We just dumb. Like based off of just like what you were saying with the oh I just love him. It really be like that. Like we get so blinded by this fantasy we have in our head that we
Mhm.
ignore the factual facts of reality. You know what I'm saying? We ignore what's blatantly in our face just so we could just keep milking that fantasy we have in our brain. But at some point, you just gotta see what it is, and everybody's different. Everybody got different strikes. I got 2 strikes. People got like 5 strikes. You know what I'm saying? But it really depends on the person. It really depends on each and every other person.
Wait, so with that being said, with you being saying, okay, like you with we don't tend to blatantly look what's in front of us. We tend to try to milk the fantasy, right? More. Do you think people fall in love with the potential more than the reality?
I definitely with potential,
Why?
bro.
Because reality was in front of your face. Potential
Mhm.
could be one day, right? And again, could be, quote unquote,
Mhm.
right? When y'all start fucking with each other, it's great, it's perfect. There's the honeymoon phase, right? Everything's lovely, blah blah blah. Y'all probably fucking every day. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? The morale is there, but as time goes on, you get to really see how motherfucker act,
So
how
it takes time.
they move in different situations, how they act in different situations, what makes them tick, what makes them not tick, la la la. You know what I'm saying? How they would like to be treated. You get to see that, in those times, right? But if you think, okay, this has potential, into what end does it have potential?
After the honeymoon phase.
After the 100, which is when? Because you
I,
gotta look what's in front of you though. After
mhm.
you gotta come back at yourself and be like, okay, if this ain't for me, this ain't for me.
Because everybody gets blinded by love in the beginning, bro. Everything's all like that's why they call it the honeymoon phase. You feel me? Everything's all butterflies and candy in the beginning, but once you get to know a person, they start spewing out their real selves, and
Ja.
then that's when the red flags really. That's when you really can't ignore it no more, because the whole thing of the potential starts in the honeymoon phase. That's where it all starts from, and
Mhm.
it takes time to realize and also experience to catch on to those red flags way faster. Cause think about it, everybody's first love. They ignore hella red signs because they're in love. But after they get their heart broken and they start trying to date again, they peep the red flags so much faster. So much faster. They don't even have to think about
But
it.
okay, then again, when you're saying that, what's the difference between you peeping the red flags in the honeymoon phase rather than later? Or, you know what I'm saying, in this scenario earlier than later?
Experience, time. You feel me? Everybody goes through this shit in the beginning. But after the first time you gain a lot more knowledge. And that's like basically the answer, honestly. Like it just takes time to know because everybody is oblivious and naive in the beginning. But once you know what I'm saying, when you fall down and you scrape your knee, you're gonna try not to trip again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna tie your shoes better this time, you know what I mean? Have your guard up, you know what I mean? No cap. It just takes time and experience, bro.
Have you ever ignored your friends warning you about someone? You know how you be seeing those TikToks sometimes where it's like, she's not like that. Like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Please shut the fuck up.
My girl would never. My girl would
Whatever.
never.
That's my favorite. My girl would
Mhm.
never. Sometimes you
Mhm.
should look at a motherfucker and be like, this nigga is stupid.
Oh God.
No, but like I do think that like I think like you said, sometimes we're blinded by what we think could be human thing. I think that
Exactly.
we as humans tend to look a lot towards the future, you know, towards like what we're feeling. For me, like I think my mom's always told me this too. I never think about the negative side of things a lot more than the positive. It's always everything because
Optimistic.
my dad always says this, everything is good until it's not, right? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's like when bump comes in the road, then you gotta figure out how to pivot on it. But, I'm a very slow burner. I like to take my time, you know? So, I be going through I try to do it every day by day as much as I can. I try not to fixate even though it's hard sometimes, I tend to fixate, on the future, what could happen and stuff like that. And it doesn't help when you wake up and you have dreams about this shit. When you have dreams and you know what I'm saying? Damn, it could have been, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's really more of your mind. But yeah, I do think I've ignored some signs sometimes for sure, and ignored my friends. Not said, of course, at the end of the day, sometimes it's kind of hard to be like, I told you so, but it just really is what it is. I think sometimes people get attached to memories instead of the actual person,
That that's a big one right there, bro.
right?
And I'm not gonna lie, some shit I'm going through right now, bro. So it really does resonate. Like people get so attached to memories or like how those emotions they had, because in reality they miss the person they were or the person they was with in
Mhm.
those memories rather than in reality in the present current time. Because people change every day. People
Right.
change every single day, bro.
And sometimes you just go back because it's just easier, because it's more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
It,
mean?
bro,
You don't want to restart the whole process again. If you get what I'm trying to say?
bro, I get it. I get it.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about toxic things we normalize. And tell me if I'm wrong. Checking phones. Now, where do we stand on that?
Me personally,
First of all, do we let them have all of our passwords?
no,
Fuck no,
no,
right?
no.
But where do we stand on checking phones?
Man, okay, I'm too grown for that, bro. Like, you
Right?
know what I'm saying? I'm too grown, bro. Not in middle school or high school. That's some little kid shit, bro.
If
Like,
I
if
have
I
to check your phone to see what you're doing, or
you
because
gonna find what you're looking for, bro. I'm telling you.
but see, the thing is, look, I understand that, but I think it's not just that. I think that like if you're building something, I shouldn't have to check your phone,
Yeah, that too. Like, if you even have the idea,
right? You know what I'm
you know what I'm
saying?
saying? Obviously, something's
If I want to check your phone, then I think something's going on, and if I think something's going on, then you know what I'm saying, that's gonna lead to other things. So that means you're probably doing something wrong. If you know what I'm saying. So checking phones, would I say I would do it? Personally, nah. But come on, you know what I'm saying? I
nah.
think
I
we're
wouldn't
all
do
too
it
grown for
either,
that shit,
bro.
I think, right?
I would not do it. I haven't checked the phone in 5, 6+ years, bro. I'm never doing that shit again, bro. Cause like when you're in a relationship with somebody and it's like going good, like the complete opposite of a toxic relationship,
Mhm.
checking through their phone doesn't even come to mind.
Right.
Doesn't even come to mind, bro.
When everyone is doing what they're supposed to do,
Hmm.
it doesn't come across your mind, and of course it wouldn't. What about manipulating jealousy?
Give me an example.
Like that's something we normalize, like being jealous, and we manipulate and gaslight the person into saying, "Oh, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this?" You know what I'm saying?
Give me an example.
That's my you stupid. That's my
Yeah.
example. Fool. I think okay. Another thing. Let me go back to that ghosting. Ghosting is very big. I think if you just don't fuck with a nigga, why don't you just tell the person you don't fuck with them? Why?
See, like,
Why not gotta hear from you 3 or 4 days, and then I gotta wonder if it's clips.
mhm.
Like, why not just what I'm saying? It's done.
See, this is like kind of hard to talk about because you're younger than me, and some of the questions you're asking me, bro, is like obviously for me, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I already been through all that, you know, what I'm saying? Back in my youth, you know what I'm saying? But like, because I'm at the age where I'm dating growner women than you, so
Mhm.
obviously they're not gonna ghost me. They're gonna
I
let
don't
me
put my
know
ooh,
what it
don't
is.
put my age for. I'm 25.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we only a year apart type shit. But like, I'm just trying to say, like, women nowadays, I've noticed they're way more upfront than rather than just ghosting. That's like some
Mhm.
high school shit, bro. Like and me personally, I prefer that. I prefer you tell me what it is. We're too grown to be playing this back and forth tag game, mental tag. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
let me know what it is. Don't waste anybody's time. And I prefer that honestly, but ghosting is kind of crazy because
But some,
it
you know,
it's it either means they have a nigga or they don't necessarily know what they want to do with you. Like they're just keeping you in the back, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
As a background character, as a extra. You know what I'm saying? They'll keep you just in case.
Sometimes we milk that though. Like sometimes like you said, we have someone and then maybe like where it's not going so well, or maybe we're looking for something else and we have that person in the back and we just kind of keep letting them give enough. We give enough, but not too much to the point where like, we give enough just to keep them there, but not enough to like punch it all the way in and be like, okay,
Yeah.
it's going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'd say another thing would be just posting for attention. Like, that's something we do that's very low-key toxic because you're trying to get a reaction out of someone. Toxic arguing, what I'm saying? Y'all just going back and forth on the same shit. It's like, what the fuck? We're not moving. You know what I'm saying? We're just standing stagnant into this. You know what I'm saying?
That's a maturity thing also. Like if y'all can't talk without arguing and this is going back and forth, there's some maturity levels that are not equal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I don't argue with women. I don't. I let them
Right.
talk, get their emotions out, and then I reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna give my 2 cents, but in a calm, mature manner. No
Yeah.
toxicity, no name calling, no yelling. You know what I'm saying? Definitely no hitting, none of that shit. But
Shit.
you know what I mean? But we too grown to be arguing in a negative light. Real people, a good relationship, it's not even really an argument. It's just a disagreement because you can talk shit out with. It's not even labeled as an argument. You know when an argument is happening, when people are raising their voice, calling you names, getting disrespectful, or like bringing up, or because what girls
Hash.
will do, yeah, they will bring up past shit or things that they know that will hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And that's immature. Immature, bro. I don't fuck with that.
What's worth lying or hiding things? See, I
Hiding for sure.
lying because here's the thing. Listen. I'm a findologist. I will always find out what
What?
a
Find
findologist. I will
type
always
shit.
find out what I need to find out. When you hide it from me, I don't know. It's not my business. Well, it may be my business, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Okay,
cool. It
I
doesn't
agree.
hurt
Yeah,
me, right?
lying is worse. Yeah,
It doesn't hurt me. But if I find out and I ask you about it and you lie to me, it's even worse. Because then it's just not only did you hide it, you lied to my face about it. So there's no respect or dignity from you. You know what I'm trying to say? So
I feel like those both tie into each other, like in the same limelight. Because in order to hide something, you're lying. You know what
mhm,
I mean? So that's why I was a little confused. Because when you're hiding something, you're lying, and when you're lying, no, I get what you say. So it's like two bads rather than one bad.
exactly.
Okay, okay, okay.
You think a toxic relationship can maybe become healthy, especially when it's been toxic for so long, like when it's a lot of ins and outs, maybe like you're going on 2, 3 years
I'm
of
not
y'all
gonna
breaking
lie,
up, getting
bro.
back to each other again, and breaking up. It's
The only time a toxic relationship can go healthy again is if they ended for good,
okay.
go their separate ways and grow as individuals, and then they could try again whenever the time is right. But
Mm,
you need at least a year or two of separation, in my eyes, for if you want to try again, because you're just so used to being interlocked with this one person and their toxic ways and how to bounce off of them, how to piss them off, how to, you know what I'm saying? Try not to hear what they say. But once y'all like officially cut it off and then grow as individual people, it may be faster for other people, it may take longer for other people, but once y'all both grow as individual people and try again,
mhm.
that's the only way it could become healthier.
But you don't think you can grow with that person into being
Yeah,
healthy?
you can grow with that person into being healthy, but it depends on how toxic the relationship it was, because you know how hard it is to gain trust back. You know what I'm saying? Trust is a really delicate thing, bro. Once you break that trust, it don't matter on which side, the girl or the boy side, there's gonna be a wall up that's gonna be so hard to tear back down. You know what I'm saying? So trust is a huge factor in a toxic relationship. We're trying to get back with that toxic person in a healthy way. Cause you gotta prove to them and then not only you have to prove to them multiple times, but they have to allow you to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Cause I've tried.
For
I've
sure.
tried.
Right.
I've tried.
Okay. This okay. This is why I want you to tap into your little history. You know what I'm saying, of your life. I want to know what the craziest. I want to say worst date, ex story, biggest regret. What's the craziest red flag you've ever experienced? I'm gonna
Okay.
start off. I'm gonna start off by saying this. All right, I'm gonna eat with my man's sitting down. All right, we chop it up. I could tell. We could tell Shorty was, fucking with a motherfucker. So we're sitting down, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk to Shorty. You gotta bounce. You you gotta bounce. You feel me?" So he goes to the
Right.
bathroom. He ain't gonna lie. I ain't have it that day. He gave me $5, $5.
W mans. W
Right? He
mans.
gave me $5 and ones to give to her as a tip. Give to her as a tip. Start talking like, how you doing? La la la. We get to the point where it's like, are you interested? This woman first of all, she tells me she's a baby mother. No problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Is that a red flag? Maybe to some people. I don't know right now. I'm not necessarily concerned in that. I'm just trying to get to know you. I say, are you interested? She said, okay, she didn't even say nothing. She pulls out the tips I gave her. Looks at me in my face, holds it up to the light. He was like, "Mm, these should all be hundreds.
Yeah,
What
that's
world are we living in? Like, if that's not a red flag, like, what is? I understand your BM, that's cool. But to the point where you gotta look at my ones and be like, these should be hundreds?
and if I'm not mistaken, she was working at IHOP.
Kill yourself. That's the point. The point is it's crazy. That is
Yeah.
very crazy. I think
'Cause
you said
nah,
what?
go ahead. Nah, go ahead.
I think I would say my biggest regret for me, I would definitely be the way I handle things with someone I used to mess with back in the day. My biggest regret is just the way I handled that whole situation. Did I grow from it? Sure. Did I understand what I did wrong from it? Obviously, of course. Did I wish it didn't need to affect her or hurt her the way it did for me to understand that? Yes. These are all things I regret. But again, it's easy to say that we grow every day and we do the things we do to get to the other side to really just grow. It sucks that it has to be that way, but it just ended up being that way. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that that shit was crazy.
You just like mixed two questions into one. The first one was,
Mhm.
what was your craziest
It's
ex
red
story? And the
flag.
second one was, what was your biggest regret?
Yeah, or it's like your worst day, something like that. It's just basically one question, but like, yeah, you just said the red flag.
I can answer both of them individually.
Mhm.
So the first one was the craziest story. Okay, wait. Rephrase the first question again. Like, say it again.
What's the craziest red flag you've ever experienced?
Okay. The craziest red flag I ever experienced was when I was dating my ex, and she would go out every Friday and Saturday with her friends to the club or to go get drunk or drink somewhere.
You were
Just
dating?
basically go out. Yeah, we were dating. We were dating.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
necessarily mad about you going out, but okay.
Cause like I knew the people she was going out with, her friends, but I
Mhm.
also didn't like her friends because they were doing this, they were dragging her, you know what I'm saying? Going out doing this single shit, basically acting single, bro.
Right.
And the craziest shit like I found out was like on one of her friends that she was going out with, the same girl I didn't fuck with, they started making out in the bathroom at the
If
at
you
the
started
club.
making out together,
My ex and her friend that she went out with, which is a girl.
it's hot. But
He
it's
said that's hot.
that's hot, but okay.
I mean, bro. Okay, imagine it like this. Imagine you're dating somebody
Wait,
for a
would
couple
that
years.
technically be cheating?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
are you mad though?
yeah. Because her friend doesn't like me, so her
What are
friend
you
took it
mad
as in
about?
like
Cheating or
both. What do you mean? Okay,
what
picture,
do you
picture, picture like this. Picture like this. Picture like this. You're dating somebody for a few years. They introduce you to one of their friends, but you don't really like their friend, right? And then ever since they met this new friend, your girl, you know what I'm saying? Ever since your girl met this new friend, she started changing her ways. She started going out more, started getting drunk all the time. And then you find out one time when they go out, they start making out. The same girl you don't like, who basically essentially snatched your girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Put yourself in my shoes, bro. That's pretty wild, bro. And not only that, the girl, she started like gloating, like she started like bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I I'm gonna take care of her. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be a better nigga than you ever was. This is a girl saying this, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, she basically, I don't know if it was the alcohol talking. I don't know nothing. And that's another thing. I only know what she's told me. Who knows what really happened behind closed doors? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's wild as shit. I have another wild story where bouncing off what we said earlier when you said red flag when she has a boy best friend.
Right.
I knew this nigga and I
Okay.
went to high school with this nigga and I never would have thought anything of it because the nigga was not handsome. Yeah, he may had money, but like he was like he
Mm.
could have been Lil
It's
Bro, you know what I'm
possible.
saying?
You know that.
He was playing the waiting game for real, bro. He
You know
would
what I've heard is that motherfuckers were at gay just to crack at one point, but
Yeah,
keep
for
that's
sure, for
OC.
sure.
I didn't know that was a real thing now.
Yeah.
This what the world's gone to. Keep going though.
But like he would just like he would little sis his way into getting with her type shit.
Okay.
Cause they would always smoke, they would hang out, they would do this and that. And then word on the street was he kissed her. She didn't kiss him back, but he kissed her on the cheek or some shit. She was dating me at the time, mind you. She was dating me while this is happening. Went over his crib, didn't tell me about it. I had to find this out, fool. I had to find this out, bruh.
OC.
I didn't know she went over his crib. This is while she was saying she was going out with her girlfriends. Went over his crib. They smoked, talked, cause she didn't have no physical attraction to him at all. But he obviously did, cause niggas be playing the long game.
Right.
And he took a shot, kissed her on the cheek, and she wasn't fucking with it. But she didn't tell me though. I had to find that out by going through her phone. Like, I'm bouncing off of all the topics right now in a couple stories, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, that's wild as fuck. Wild as the fuck. Shit still be haunting me to this day. Like, that's
So
why I'm saying, like, that's why when you said, would you rather somebody lie or like, what's worse, lying or hiding shit? That's why I'm saying hiding shit is worse
I'm gonna
because,
find out what I'm gonna need to find out. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. You did some wild shit, and God, I'm gonna find out at one point. Just know. But I'd rather you
yeah,
tell me though. You know what I'm saying? Even if I know, I don't.
you
If I
should
don't
have
really,
rephrased, you should have
I don't really
rephrased
even
that
say
question.
shit. And and then one day I'm gonna just look at you and then see you mess up, and then I'm be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Might as well the
Yeah.
whole time I'm gone though.
You
Yeah.
should have rephrased that question as what's worse, them lying and hiding shit or them telling you the truth about it? You feel me? Even though it would hurt.
You know,
Even though it would hurt.
if they're telling the truth though, it hurts. Yeah, because they did it. But I respect that. I my initial reaction would be if you lied about it too, it's like what the fuck. But if you did and told me about it, you were honest about it, it's what the fuck. But at least you were honest enough and felt bad enough to tell me about it because it shows that there's at least some type of level of respect for me. Get what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Um,
Wait. I got some more stories, bruh. One more quick one. One more quick one. One more quick
okay.
one. Another wild shit that happened. This was like in my high school days when I was dating my first girlfriend and shit. The relationship was starting to end. You could just feel when the relationship is about to end. You feel me?
Mhm.
And bouncing off what you said before, talking about going through the phones and shit. I remember one day she had gave me her Snapchat password, and we wasn't really talking like that. We were still dating, but something inside me told me to go log in her Snapchat.
Okay.
I logged in her Snapchat. The first nigga name I saw, swiped, and they was just chatting, bro. They was chatting. Shit shattered my heart, bro. Shit shattered. He said, I can do things that Javier can't. My poor little 18-year-old heart, bro. I was sad as shit. Sad as shit.
Yo,
And
I'm
you know what's
sick.
crazy? You know what's
Emotional
crazy?
cheating at its best, fool. I can't even. This isn't even emotional. This is just life altering cheating, fool. Like this is like what?
You know what's even crazier, bro? I ignored it. That was the biggest red flag, and I
You're burned.
ignored it.
You're
I,
burned.
I was a
You're
fucking
burned. God,
penguin, nigga. I
hey,
was a
hey,
penguin. I couldn't even
we keep
fly.
a strict program over here, fool. It's chops, clips, edited. Bow. You're done. Bye.
Okay, something I regret. Cause I'm trying to answer both of your questions. These are like actual, like the meat and potatoes of the whole shit. Something I regret. Okay, I'm thinking of like my last relationship I had, which was pretty good.
Mhm.
Something I regret was not being faithful, not like in real life, like physically. I'm talking about like through social media. That's some shit I
So you
regret.
were unfaithful through social media?
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I'm
what do
trying
you
to say.
mean? Like, I
I was
like
like liking
liking
pictures,
pictures is not crazy.
commenting,
Commenting is OC, but
but like not saying like
pictures, like,
commenting like oh, I'm trying to fuck, but like you know just commenting period. Because when you're in a relationship, you shouldn't be commenting nothing.
yeah,
But you know,
liking the post is not crazy. I don't think that's crossing necessarily. If you're like if you're like going over the picture, that's OC. But if you're just scrolling, just like we doom scrolling, just like it, that's different. I don't
nah,
see
for
the harm in
sure,
that.
yeah. But you know what you like. Like if she in the bikini, you could scroll past that shit, but she choose to like it. You know what I'm saying? Or she throwing ass or shit like you know what I'm saying? That's definitely one of my biggest regrets, not being, just being unfaithful through social media. When
For
because
sure.
I was 100% faithful to her physically,
Mhm.
she had my heart and all that, but
See, that's the thing
niggas
we
fell
don't
into
really look.
lust.
That's the thing we don't really look at though. Like the unfaithfulness through social media part, that liking the stories, the maybe liking the stories, we look at that more, but like liking the pictures and stuff, I don't think we look at that more. But maybe that is a way to think about it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay. Do toxic relationships change people? Yes or no?
fuck yes.
Hmm.
You can't go through a toxic relationship and be the same person you was when you first entered.
You think
You're
it's
gonna be
worse, or
altered.
do you come out worse?
Worse. I mean, it's different for everybody. I feel like it's always worse in the beginning, but then after a while, they gain what they needed to learn, basically. So I think it's always worse at first, and some people can stay bitter. Some people can stay bitter and choose to not learn.
Hmm.
But the smart people, they may be bitter in the beginning, but over time they'll learn from their lessons from that toxic relationship. But essentially, everybody becomes worse after a toxic relationship. In the beginning, it's a different time frame for everybody else.
For sure.
I feel like, especially for the girls or women, when they get out of a toxic relationship, they learn a lot faster, and they probably like grow into the positive side faster than men, rather than men. Because men, once they leave a toxic relationship, they become real bitter and shit. Some men stay bitter for the rest of their life to their grandpas. Some other men, they'll be bitter for like a month, 2 months, a year, and then they'll gradually learn over the time. I feel like women handle leaving toxic relationships way better than men. But everybody still it still affects them in a negative light in the
I
beginning
think
though.
core the moment is I think it hurts them still, but the way someone copes with that is different. Very different.
Yeah, yeah.
You think social media made that worse?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think about this? Our parents was not doing what we was doing back
Ja,
in their day.
I need that 1980s love where I could
Oh
open the door for
God.
you and not be fucking clown, where we could take walks and motherfuckers don't have to look at me crazy because they know I'm only fucking with one girl. Cause you know,
Holding
like,
hands and
sometimes,
putting
no,
your jacket over a puddle type shit.
yeah. And you know what I'm saying? When someone saw my men are walking around with a girl I know they're not supposed to be with, I'd be giving them like,
Mhm.
I'd be just looking. Look, I go tell you. Nah, but
God.
that's the type of shit we need to bring back in this generation. For I mean, we could stay here and talk about social media forever, but the way it's shaped the way we see things, it's just it's
It's
insane.
just getting worse and worse, bruh. It's
It,
getting worse.
it's just okay. Why do healthy relationships sometimes feel boring to people?
I feel like it's because 'cause they're so used to,
The
I'm
excitement.
not yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Or
you know what's
that
crazy? I've heard a girl. I think a girl has told me before that like, where's the excitement? Where's the dangerous? Where's the like? I feel like he can break up with me at any moment. I'm looking at you and I'm like really? Like
bro, back
this is what your idea of excitement is? It like,
back in my teenage years, bro. I remember I was talking to this one girl, and I was talking to this one girl, and she had a best friend. So I would go to her best friend like, "Yo, put me on with your homegirl." And her best friend was basically telling me that I wasn't toxic enough.
oh my god.
You feel me? She said I wasn't toxic enough. She needs more toxicity in her life. Some people just like that extra spice because
That's not extra spice food. That's just mental. Like what? That's not.
no, for sure. But for them, it's extra spicy. You feel me? Like because that's why, like, I mean, quote unquote, boring relationships last for so long because they handle things better. And
Differently.
you know what I'm saying? That's why old folks let go on for a minute. People who are married for like decades and decades. It's gonna be boring for sure, but they happy and in love and not going through bullshit, bruh. And if they do go through bullshit, they handle it in a mature, non-toxic way.
What's one lesson toxicity has taught you? If I had to say, it's that I would say that your peace of mind is worth more than that toxicity. Because if that person is making you doubt yourself, doubt how you move, doubt how you are and feel about yourself as a person, whether that's a man or a woman, you need to let that go. No matter how exciting or tough or cool or you like it, you need to let that go. When it starts going to self doubt about yourself, oh, see, because that's you. That's that's no one else. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
who you have to live with at the end of the day. That's who you are at the end of the day. You know what I'm trying to say? So if someone's trying to belittle that and making that no. You don't. You know what I'm saying? That's OC.
yeah.
I think that. I think that has taught me for sure.
One thing toxicity has taught me was to don't have such a cloudy judgment on everything, or like don't be so pessimistic about everything.
Mm.
Because, you know, when you're in the toxicity, I mean, when you're dealing with toxicity, you get so accustomed to hearing the worst news or getting ready, you know, just being pessimistic, period. So that's taught me to be more optimistic about things and to not just let things go or go through the motions, whatever you're going through, just listen, be in tune with your emotions. Don't, like, basically what you were saying, don't let that shit tear you down or define who you were, you know what I'm saying? But it's something I still have to work on too to this
Mm.
day, but something about toxic relationships has taught me was just to basically trust yourself and don't take everything so seriously. Like don't let it define you basically.
For sure. I think at the end of the day, sometimes we do confuse chaos with love because the chaos feels more exciting than the actual love is. But I think that's what it is. The love is supposed to nurture you and calm you down.
It's a
Not
balance, bro.
but you know what I'm saying, not make you, you know, I feel like at the end of the day he can just break up with me or fucking kill me. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's not what that is supposed to be. I do have a segment. It's called Truth or Chop. It's a signature segment we have here on the show. Um, so I'm gonna give you questions, and you're gonna choose to tell me the truth, or you can chop, which is just not answer it. Okay. But I want you to answer as much as possible. Okay.
Okay, so truth just I speak and chop is like pass.
Nah, yeah. But
Okay.
I want you to
I'm gonna
obviously.
say chop. I'm gonna say chop, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever stayed after getting cheated on?
Yeah. Wait, we talking about physically cheating or
I think
like
any type of cheating.
physically cheating? No, never. But
Why?
like, you
No.
mean
Oh,
why?
wait. My bad. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay.
Physically cheating, no. But like, I have stayed through like just like with the story I told with
Emotional.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, emotional cheating or micro cheating. But like, when it's actually with somebody, any type of personal touching, no.
Clips. Okay. Have you ever been the red flag?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I
Yeah.
I think I've been the red flag a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, Probably didn't realize at the time, but definitely was. What toxic trait do you secretly have?
Child.
Respect. Respect. Would you go back to your most toxic ex?
Most toxic?
Mhm.
No. But yeah, no, not my most toxic. Probably the one under or like one or two under my most toxic.
Okay.
Yeah. That's being
Yo. Hey, at the end of the day, red flags only get worse when you ignore them. So, guys, please, please, please look at the red flags. I appreciate y'all for sticking along today. I appreciate Javier for being a guest on today. Make sure y'all subscribe, follow, and Everything will be linked down below from my socials, his socials, and chopping up with P socials. I appreciate y'all for staying with me through today. We're almost at 20 episodes, which will start the beginning of season 2. It's been a crazy, crazy journey so far. I love y'all. And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.